YouTubers, yo buddy Platt, and we're continuing to talk about red wine varietals. Today we're going to talk about Syrah, also known as Shiraz. Syrah is a dark-skinned grape used in the production of red wine throughout most of the world. It's one of the more popular grapes out there. Depending on who you ask, it's the 6th or 7th most planted grape on the planet. One of the first questions you get on Syrah is it Syrah or is it Shiraz? And the easiest way to think about it is, for most part of the world, it's Syrah. In Australian, it's known as Shiraz. There might be a few American vineyards that use the term Shiraz just to kind of differentiate their product, but it's the same grape. The term Shiraz is actually derived from ancient capital of Old Persia, or modern-day Iran. There was, at the time, believed to be a Shirazi-style red wine that was kind of popular. And the popular myth is that the Phoenicians, throughout their travels, ended up taking the grape to the Rhone region of France. No one really knows for sure. Viticulturists feel pretty safe believing that the modern-day Syrah that we know has its origins in Rome. Now, whether it was anywhere else before, who really knows? In France, Syrah is popular for being used in the classic Hermitage red wines of the Rhone region. The grape itself is believed to be the offspring of a couple of different grapes, Dureza and Mondouche Blanche. I'm probably mispronouncing both of those, but that's my best effort. Syrah is not to be confused with another grape you may see out there, Petite Syrah. Petite Syrah is an offspring of Syrah, and even though they share the same name, they're both red wine grapes, they produce different style of wine, so you don't want to get confused on that. Getting back to the term Shiraz in Australia, it was believed that Syrah was brought to Australia in 1831 by a gentleman named James Busby. He was the father of Australian viticulture, an important figure in their wine industry. He brought several varieties of grapes from France down, but Syrah really took off down there. Besides being a grape varietal itself, it's an important blending grape. Of course, we know it's used in Hermitage, but it's also used in Cornat and Côte Rôtie, and again, a couple other classic French red wines. And besides being used in just straight red wines, it's also used in rosé wines, fortified wines, ports, sparkling red wines. There's actually some excellent sparkling Shirazes out there you may want to try if you get a chance. The wine itself produced by Syrah tends to be powerful, full-bodied wines. Aromas, we're getting violets, dark berries, espresso, black peppers. The wine itself tends to be medium to lower on the acidity end. Tannin-wise, we're looking at medium plus to high. So it's a high tannin, lower acid, big-bodied wine is the best way to think of it. Food pairing-wise, we're going to pair this with leg of lamb, pork chops, Carolina pulled pork. Basically, non-beef meat dishes is a good way to think of it. The particular one we're going to try today is the 19 Crimes 2016 Shiraz. By using the term Shiraz, we know this is from Australia. Speaking of Australia, Australia was originally a penal colony for the English, and there was a series of 19 different crimes you could commit that if you got convicted of, that you would get sent to Australia. Thus, this wine was created as kind of an homage to the early Australian settlers. 19 Crimes, that the line of wines is under the family of Treasury Wines Estate. They also have BV wines, Stag's Leap, Lindemann. So this is part of a giant family of wines. So let's give her a try. A little nose. All right, a little more, I want to say on the nose, I get a little more punch than I would say a Merlot or a Pinot Noir. Let's give her a taste. That's nice. I'm not getting the acidic hit on the side of the tongue. Definitely the darker fruit berry components are there. A hint of pepper. I don't get as much of the espresso per se, but I do get a little bit of the pepper. This is definitely a bigger bodied wine. I'm going to say, though, it's not in the Zinfandel cab. I don't think this is just one that really punch you that hard, but it is a bigger body. And now that I think about pork lamb dishes, you know, they're just that notch above the big hearty beef dishes, but still, you know, powerful taste. Yeah, it's a nice wine. It's got plenty of fruit, but I wouldn't call it sweet in any way. It's got a little bit of complexity, but still somewhat drinkable. Overall, nice wine. Again, if you're just getting someone into Pinot Noirs and Merlot, this might be a little much early, but it's not quite to your Zinfandels and Cabs. I mean, it just, in my slightly educated opinion. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. Any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them in the comment section, or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. Till next time, bottoms up.